Hey gang, do you remember the story we did about 3 years ago in South Dakota, Clark? It was about a little boy in the train, little fellow, and we went out there and it was this beautiful, just picturesque morning sunrise, and it was peaceful, and I did the walk and we had some croachy music going, the train song. We ended up at this boy's grave, this little boy who died there waving to the train and the brakeman, and it's just such a sad story. And there was the cross, there was the rock, and the little fence was all overgrown, and the train track was still there from 100 years ago. And here we are today. I get a message from Cindy, one of our viewers, and I go on Facebook and she's telling me that the people in the area, some young men went out there and they have built a huge cross, cleaned up the area, and it's just really neat to see. So, hey, I'll show you right here on Facebook. We'll just go on the computer and look at this. Look at this, guys. There it is. So it says here, so we have the Furness Funeral Home, and that is located here. And they have a Facebook page. And it says, one of the greatest things that I have noticed about Clark in my year and a half of living here is that truly everyone cares about the community and each other. It says, today a group of senior boys from Clark High School came together to help establish a permanent cross at the grave of the little fellow. Yeah, so cool. As part of a senior project, the cross is 15 feet tall. It's welded together by the boys themselves to honor the memory of the young man who came long before them. It says the cross will be lit and we will be visible from Highway 212 when completed. These boys are a reflection of the future of Clark. I think we will be in very good hands. Hear, hear. I agree with that. Look at that. So here we have some pictures. Let's look at the pictures here. Look at that, guys. How cool is that? They're loading the cross. It looks like it's really made of some sturdy metal welded. That must have been heavy. Look, coming off the trailer. And there you see their gosh, yeah. Look at, there's a man that's supervising probably, and I don't know if it was the scouts or what, but well, class senior, so it might be the teacher or even the principal. And there they are erecting the cross. Look at that. What does that remind you of? Iwo Jima, the famous picture, right? No. Look at that. How cool is that? Look, he's got a leveler there, and they have a whole group, and they're making sure it's level. I'm sure it's on a foundation there. And if you see to the left, see this fence here? That is just to the left. That is where the actual grave is. And if you look closely here, you'll see the railroad tracks where they maintained, they took like a section. Of course, the railroad went out that way, and there's a hump there. If you watch my episode, we start out there where the railroad bed was, and we walk this way, and so I know precisely where the cross is, right at, I think, where the railroad tracks were taken out. And again, these are the original railroad tracks. There's a better shot. So we see the leveler, we see the boys digging here. We see the equipment. There's a great shot of the tracks. And there's the fence I was talking about. And if you look here, you'll see, and in my episode, you'll see very close up the stone. And I believe there was a cross there. I can't remember. I don't see it anymore. And there they are, the group. Awesome, awesome. Look at the comments over here. I went through the comments. There were 54 likes, and when I went through it, that's just comments for this picture. On the main picture, it's like 90 comments. So the whole community, all kinds of people weighing in, like, I was there, when my grandfather told me the story, and those people that live around here and the old timers are telling what they remember. And there it is. There is the cross, how it is today. And it will be lit up at night. Now, unfortunately, it's private property. Maybe what they'll do is make a walkway that's public, maybe a fence. It's quite a ways from the highway, but from what I understand, you'll be able to see this from the highway. If you haven't seen the episode of The Little Fellow in the Train, I'll put the link in below, and definitely, I always say it's of all my episodes, it's my number one episode that I've ever done. That's so memorable, the coolest place, the neatest story, and it brings a tear to my eye every time I hear it. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you, and thanks Cindy for alerting us of this great progress and event. All right, see you guys soon. Stay safe. Only God knows. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
With the black-eyed girl beside me all the way. But now the mountains are silent, and the railroads are gone, and the coal towns no longer hear the miners at dawn. But the train whistle shrills out of memories to me, while the thunderclouds roll out of East Tennessee. In my dreams I'd ride the rails to California, working diners and farms along the way. Or I'd hop a ride to hide across the border, with the black-eyed girl beside me all the way. Now the mountains are silent, and the railroads are gone, and the coal towns no longer hear the miners at dawn. But the train whistle shrills out of memories to me, while the thunderclouds roll out of East Tennessee.